you ready for some football?
Welcome to This Week in Review, the Herbs Fantasy Football League. Tonight, we have a co-commissioner with us, Jennifer Herbs.
Hi, everybody.
And we'll be bringing you the highlights, the scores, the thrills, the chills, and the all-out excitement of Week 5.
Are you excited?
First game up was Purple Haze took on Born Again Hard.
Here we go.
I don't know about you guys, but did you happen to notice that Purple Haze pulled out a victory? And it seemed like he didn't even need a quarterback.
Hold on a minute. I'm going to count. That's the 40th time today he's mentioned that to me. Just saying.
It is truly amazing. It seems like this guy doesn't even need a quarterback. In fact, he could probably start 2 or 3 kickers if he wanted to. He just pulls out the wins. Anyway, Purple Haze won 82-69 over Born Again Hard.
And we'll pat him on the back.
5-0.
Mm-hmm.
The next game in our feature this week is Dat Packer Life against PJ's Dogs. I think it was a tough week for PJ's Dogs. His players just didn't kind of show up. And once again, Dat Packer Life, otherwise known as Mitchell Doyle, he's got one heck of a team. He's going to be a contender late in the season.
That's true.
So, mounting up the points, they pulled it out 103-66. Game number 3 of Week 5 was Ace in the Hole taking on the Rodell Rebels. 2 New York boys, both Giant fans, and they battled it out. It was an absolute slugfest, wouldn't you think?
It's Donnie's team, right?
It was Donnie's
team. It was like, Arr! Right, Donnie was like, Arr!
What was our final score on that team?
Oh my gosh. Well, it was close. That we gotta give it, right?
Close.
Close. It wasn't a shutout. It wasn't, ridiculous. Good fight all around. We've got Rodell coming out just a bit above. So it's 76.14 to the Aces, 74.76.
Next feature game.
Woo!
Game number 4 of the Week 5 was the Blue Balls of Destiny against the Soup Nazis. Now last week, Zachary, otherwise known as Blue Balls of Destiny, got handed his first loss by his grandfather.
Ouch!
Tough, by less than a point.
That was rough. That was rough for the boy to take, I can assure you.
So this week,
right here on the shoulder, crying.
This week, he took out his vengeance on his other grandparents. Sorry, guys, but he kind of beat you senseless.
Can I just... I thought we raised him better than that to beat up on old people.
Ooh.
We taught him better than that. Respect his elders, things like that. I think Poppy and Grammy should put a smackdown on the boy.
It was a tough week.
I'll hold him, you hit him.
Blue Balls of Destiny, 103-80. Now, before we go on to any more scores this week, we do have first we'd like to toast to the end of the week, and the fact that Purple Haze is 5-0 without a quarterback.
I need a lot of this living with this guy.
Okay.
You guys have no idea what he puts me through over here.
We have a special on-field interview for all you Giants fans. This will be a special interest. The one, the only, the great RG3 is here this week to join us.
Yes! Oh my God! How did you ever get him in the studio, Commish?
Well, I have my ways and I have my power and I can pull those strings. All right, RG3, how's things feeling this week?
Hey, Commish, doing all right. That's how I roll.
Okay.
I got me a Subway over here. I'm doing good.
Ooh, that's a touchy subject.
I'm very started.
I heard you didn't have too many good things to say about Subway this week.
Listen.
Oh, no, or was that the swimmer? Are you in with him?
I'm gonna plead the fifth on that one. Let's move on to the questions at hand.
All right, that wasn't you. I'm sorry, I forgot. You don't swim very much. How's the knee?
Oh, everybody's got it all hyped up. Everybody's talking about what a train wreck it is, and I'm cooked, I'm fried. I got news for you, people. It's just a ploy. I am sitting pretty, collecting the dough. How you doing? That's how I roll.
Is that because your offensive line, you just don't want to be behind there anymore and take the beating that you've been taking for the last couple of years?
I thought you said this was going to be a friendly style interview.
Sorry. Let's get on to the next thing. Last night, you were sporting a fresh do. Like the braids. You didn't have any beads. The braids. Where'd you get those done?
You know, spending all this time on the sidelines and everything, I got time to kill, you know, so I just...
Do you do your own hair?
Hell no.
Oh, okay.
Hell no.
Okay. Yeah.
No, I got my nieces. They came down, they're hanging out with me. I was like, yeah. They're like, yo, Uncle Archie, can we hook you up with some really cool hair? I'm like, hell, why not? Let's work it.
Now, if they do it wrong or they mess up, do you run out back and get a switch? Oh, okay. Touchy subject. Sorry. Just how bad, let's get back to football. Just how bad are the Redskins without you?
As if.
Okay.
As if. Listen, I know that Cousins had to step up in there and do what he's got to do and save face, all this. I get it.
Yeah. That's it. Okay. Last question, RG3. Pleasure having you here. Thank you for showing up tonight.
Thanks, Commish. It's been a nice visit.
This might sting a little bit, but I just wanted to know, could you guys, without you of course, beat a high school team at this point? Now I'm not talking like some podunk. I'm talking like a Shenandoah or a New York City team. Do you think you could actually beat a high school team right now?
I know what I could beat right now.
Okay.
I could beat your ass inside out. It's what I could do, Commissioner.
Hey, let's just keep it easy tonight, all right? I thank you very much.
I come here
we'll
on the pretenses it's going to be good, it's going to be right.
All right, get out of here. Thank you. That was our special guest tonight, RG3. And let's hope to him a speedy recovery, okay? All right, let's get back to the scores now. Hey, Co-Commissioner, how'd you like that interview?
Well, I was just over there talking with it. He stormed out of here. He seems pretty hot pissed, actually.
Well,
what went down in here?
I don't know. Maybe he'll be a Viking next year. Who knows? All right, next up on the docket, we have the Flaming House Horse against Stone Cold Curtain. Now, let me just preface this a little bit.
Let's talk. Shall we have some coffee talk?
Stone Cold started the year strong. I mean, in fact, I remember at the draft, he was talking all kinds of smack.
True.
And, I was going to beat up on all of us old people, and that we didn't really know, and why you making those picks. Mm-hmm. And I think him and the nephew were kind of giving some good FaceTime there. But
yeah, they like that lip service smacking around.
At least the nephew, he's holding up his end of the deal.
True.
What's happened to Stone Cold?
They're getting cold. That's what's happening. Bird, get me a jacket.
All right. So, you want to recap it all? What happened this week with the Flaming House Horse?
I don't know. Would it be appropriate of me to talk and brag about myself?
Well, I mean, I guess you can do whatever you want. It is our show.
That's true. Well, I gotta say, speaking as the captain of the team, Horse, I haven't been feeling it. It's been rough. This 1-3 thing up until this week, it was feeling like punch to the gut for my team. But I gotta tell you, little taste of victory this week. Little taste of that. Mama sops it up with a biscuit.
Get used to it, huh? You had a big day from Lacey.
I'll tell you what. I had him last year on the team. I knew he was rookie. I knew it was going to take him a little time, show his fantasy love and whatnot. Grabbed him again this year. Happy I did. As I recall, ain't even looking. I believe he put me up 25.2 points. Is that correct?
That's absolutely correct.
Yeah, I'm going to get a tattoo that says so.
Flaming House Horse, 86 to 79.
Woo!
Now, our last featured game of the week. We're going to take our time getting to it.
Drum roll.
We figure the person that leads this team, or I guess we call him the coach or the owner of the Regulators, probably isn't even watching this anymore because it's
couldn't make it through.
It's probably taking too long.
We made him wait till the end.
Believe
We're
me.
testing his ADD.
We've heard the criticism. Our intros are too long, too many flashes, too many flip frames, whatever you want to say. So we tried it a little different this week. We'll see how it works. So, hey, if you're still around, this is for you.
It's for you.
Regulators and Fire Those Cannons came down to a second decision. Last night, if anybody stayed up to watch that absolutely useless game, it meant a lot to these two guys.
It did.
Fire Those Cannons could have had their first win of the season.
Coulda, woulda, shoulda.
Coulda.
Coulda, woulda, shoulda.
However, when we review, the Seattle kicker came through at the end,
Holy hell.
nailed the decision down, and solidified a win for the Regulators.
Talk about coming down to the wire.
100-98.
Woo!
That's the week in review. I figure Regulators probably just shut this off and they're off doing something else. So for the rest of the team, we'd like to say good luck in the upcoming week, and we're going to give just a brief synopsis of Week 6.
Line
Week
up.
6,
Line up time.
biggest game of the week.
Oh,
Purple Haze and Dat Packer Life. This is going to be a tough game. Tough game. And to be honest with you,
are you feeling it? Are you a little
I
nervous?
don't know how it's gonna
talk
come
to me.
out.
Come out for real.
don't know how it's going to come out. I could see myself losing the worst people. Like I said, this is a respectable team, and I'm going to have to bring my A game. So we'll see what happens. Second game of the week, Flaming House Horse against Ace in the Hole.
Oh, yeah.
That should just be an
Oh,
ass
yeah.
whooping all day long.
Oh, hey, Florida.
We'll
be
see
doing
what
a lot
happens.
of this. How you doing?
Next up, Regulators and the Blue Balls. That's tough. That's good. They're both right in the heat. I mean,
True that.
Blue Balls is setting that course. He's staying with that Packer life. So we'll see what happens with that one. Fire those cannons and the Soup Nazi. Battle of the basement.
Oh, my Lord.
Let's see if we can have a sacrificial lamb again this week with Soup Nazi, and maybe they'll give up the first win to fire those cannons. You better bring your A game. Let's cut down on the trades a little bit. Let's add drop. You know, maybe Soup Nazi, just keep your players for a week. Let's see.
Do you
see
say
how that
something
works.
about the lambs? What? It's
Yeah.
the lambs, Clarice. The lambs.
It's a good
With
point.
the fava beans.
It's a good point.
Okay.
Good point. Next game, Stone Cold Curtain, Rodell Rebels. Identical records. It's going to be a battle. Last, another pair of Giant fans, I think there. Born Again Hard, PJ's Dogs. Same thing. That could be identical records if PJ's Dogs pulls it out. They could be a tie. It's starting to get tight.
It's getting interesting,
All right.
folks. Getting interesting.
We're just about at the halfway mark. This week finishes, next week will be a halfway mark. So bring your A games, guys, every week.
Thanks for joining us. We hope you enjoyed this week's Flashback Report.
And remember, eat, sleep, dream, fantasy. We're out.